Dear brothers and sisters, marriage is a blessing, but let's be honest, it's not always easy. Have you ever wondered why marriage can sometimes seem like such a big test? When both partners promise a life of love and comfort, but when they enter the marriage, everything is different. The answer may surprise you because you and your spouse have often made mistakes in your marriage that have made it increasingly stagnant. Today, we will explore the Christian perspective on marriage, address common challenges, and offer guidance for couples struggling to maintain the unity and respect that marriage requires. Through this examination, we hope to reinforce the biblical understanding that marriage is not only a covenant with each other, but a union blessed and cherished by God. But before we dive in, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when new videos like this are posted. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future reflections that could guide you in your walk with Christ. Now, let's begin this important conversation to answer the question, what should Christian couples avoid doing to maintain love and not displease God? Marriage is one of the most revered and significant institutions in Christianity, seen as a holy covenant between two people who commit to becoming one flesh. This bond, as described in the Bible, is not merely a social arrangement, but a divine union intended to reflect God's love, unity, and harmony. As Jesus declares in Matthew chapter 19, verse 6, "Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate." This verse emphasizes the divine foundation of marriage, underscoring its permanence and sanctity. A marriage centered on faith requires both partners to respect and honor each other, understanding that their bond is a reflection of God's relationship with His people. The concept of becoming one flesh is not simply poetic language. It establishes a deep spiritual unity that binds a married couple together. According to the Bible, marriage is a covenant that transforms two individuals into one unified entity, where each person's needs, desires, and well-being are intricately linked to the others. This teaching, as expanded upon in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 28, emphasizes the responsibility of husbands to love their wives as their own bodies. By loving his wife, a husband is essentially showing love for himself, acknowledging their unity in the eyes of God. To preserve marital happiness and remain faithful to God, Christian couples must adhere to biblical commandments regarding how they treat each other. One of the essential guidelines is to avoid harboring resentment or letting anger linger. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26-27 instructs, "In your anger do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, and do not give the devil a foothold." This passage emphasizes the importance of resolving conflicts quickly to prevent bitterness from growing. Allowing anger to fester can weaken trust, strain the relationship, and open the door for destructive influences to undermine the marriage. Additionally, couples should avoid negative communication habits that can damage their bond. This includes harsh words, criticism, and sarcasm, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and resentment. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21 warns, "The tongue has the power of life and death," highlighting the weight of our words. Encouraging, uplifting dialogue fosters a nurturing environment where both partners feel valued and respected. Selfishness and pride are also detrimental to a healthy marriage. Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 teaches believers to do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves. Applying this teaching means setting aside personal desires for the sake of the spouse's happiness and spiritual growth. When both partners prioritize each other's needs over their own, it cultivates an atmosphere of love and sacrifice that mirrors Christ's love for His church. Moreover, Christian couples must avoid engaging in any form of infidelity, whether physical or emotional. Jesus warns in Matthew chapter 5, verse 28, "Anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart." This command highlights the importance of purity in thought and action, encouraging couples to remain loyal not only in their actions, but also in their minds and hearts. Guarding against temptation is essential, and this may involve setting boundaries with members of the opposite sex or refraining from engaging in conversations that could lead to inappropriate feelings. Couples should also be wary of neglecting their spiritual lives together. Regular prayer and worship strengthen the marital bond and keep couples aligned with God's will. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 and 25 encourages believers to consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together. When couples prioritize their spiritual growth and community, they reinforce their commitment to God and each other, thus nurturing their relationship. Another crucial aspect is avoiding jealousy and comparison, which can breed discontent and mistrust. Galatians chapter 6, verse 4 advises believers to each one should test their own actions rather than measuring themselves against others. By focusing on their unique journey and celebrating each other's successes, couples can build a strong foundation of trust and appreciation. Additionally, it's essential for couples to avoid financial irresponsibility that can lead to stress and conflict. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 20 states, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down." Being responsible with finances promotes stability and allows couples to work together toward shared goals. Regular discussions about budgeting, saving, and spending can help couples remain on the same page, preventing misunderstandings and resentment. Finally, Christian couples should avoid complacency in their relationship. Marriage requires ongoing effort and attention. Couples must actively engage in their relationship through regular date nights, open communication, and acts of service. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 to 16 encourages believers to be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, in making the most of every opportunity. By being intentional about nurturing their relationship, couples can maintain the fire of love and passion that brings joy and fulfillment. In conclusion, adhering to these biblical principles helps Christian couples avoid pitfalls that can harm their marriage and keeps them aligned with God's design for a loving, supportive partnership. By fostering open communication, humility, loyalty, spiritual growth, and responsible living, couples can create a lasting and joyous union that honors God and reflects His love. Although the Bible provides a clear blueprint for a harmonious marriage, many Christian couples face challenges that test their commitment and resilience. It is important to address these issues openly, as unresolved issues can lead to resentment, disconnection, and even weaken the marriage relationship. One of the most common problems in marriage is a decline in intimacy, which often stems from emotional distance, unresolved conflict, or unmet expectations. For example, when one partner feels neglected or taken for granted, it can create barriers that limit both emotional and physical intimacy. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 28 exhorts husbands to love their wives with compassion, showing that intimacy is not just physical, but also based on emotional understanding and mutual respect. So what can couples do? Couples can address this challenge by prioritizing quality time and creating a safe space for open communication. For example, they could set aside one evening each week for a date night to reconnect and discuss both the fun and challenging aspects of their relationship. This intentional approach to intimacy can help restore passion and closeness, allowing both partners to feel valued and appreciated. Many Christians grow up with misconceptions about sexuality, often perceiving it as shameful or sinful. This belief can create unnecessary conflict within marriage, as one partner may feel that intimacy contradicts their spirituality. Yet the Bible encourages healthy intimacy within marriage. Genesis chapter 9 verse 7 states, "Be fruitful and multiply," showing that sexuality is not only permissible, but blessed within the context of marriage. This understanding frees couples from guilt, allowing them to embrace intimacy as a natural part of their bond. The Apostle Paul further clarifies this perspective in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 5, where he advises couples not to deprive each other except temporarily for prayer. Prolonged abstinence can introduce temptation, as unfulfilled desires can lead to misunderstandings or even infidelity. Paul's guidance highlights that intimacy and spiritual growth are not mutually exclusive. They can coexist within a healthy, respectful marriage. Addressing misconceptions. Practically, couples who struggle with these misconceptions may find it helpful to discuss their beliefs with a spiritual mentor or attend counseling sessions together. For example, they could work through biblical teachings on sexuality, learning to view intimacy as a gift from God that strengthens their union. This reframe can transform their perspective on marital intimacy, fostering a healthier, more positive approach to this important aspect of their relationship. In some marriages, one partner may have a stronger desire for physical intimacy than the other, which can create feelings of frustration or inadequacy. If one spouse feels pressured to meet the other's needs, they may begin to feel resentment, which can disrupt the harmony of the relationship. Marriage requires balance, respect for boundaries, and a commitment to understanding each other's unique needs. Suppose one spouse expresses a higher need for intimacy. Rather than pressuring the other, the couple could engage in an open conversation to establish boundaries and find a compromise that respects both partners. This could include showing affection in non-physical ways that provide emotional connection without violating boundaries. Understanding that marriage is a partnership rooted in compromise, self-control, and empathy allows both partners to navigate differences with respect. If sexual desires become excessive or disruptive to family life, it may be beneficial to seek professional guidance. Some individuals experience compulsive sexual behavior, which can strain a marriage. Consulting a therapist can offer tools to help couples manage these behaviors while prioritizing their relationship. Prayer is a powerful tool for fortifying marriage, serving as a way for couples to seek divine wisdom and guidance during times of conflict. When challenges arise, turning to prayer first allows couples to center themselves in faith, seeking peace and unity. James chapter 5 verse 16 encourages believers to pray for one another, which can be particularly meaningful for married couples who are facing difficult times. Praying together reinforces the sacredness of their bond and provides an opportunity for reflection and reconciliation. Example of prayer's impact. A couple experiencing tension due to financial strain might turn to prayer, asking for wisdom in their decisions and peace amid stress. By coming together in faith, they create a sense of unity that helps them tackle challenges with patience and resilience, strengthening their bond through shared trust in God. Forgiveness is equally essential in a healthy marriage. Ephesians 4:26 advises, "Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry," highlighting the importance of addressing conflicts promptly. Choosing forgiveness allows couples to release grudges, rebuild trust, and prioritize their relationship over personal pride. Imagine a spouse forgets an important event, leaving the other feeling hurt. Rather than letting this mistake become a source of resentment, the offended partner can express their feelings calmly and give their spouse a chance to apologize. This practice of forgiveness fosters a culture of understanding and grace within the marriage, allowing both partners to learn and grow together. When faced with seemingly insurmountable issues, seeking guidance from trusted mentors can provide invaluable support. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 22 says, "Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed." Consulting mentors who have successfully navigated similar challenges can offer encouragement and practical advice, helping couples gain new perspectives on their struggles. Example of mentorship: a couple struggling to balance parenting, and their relationship might benefit from speaking to an older couple who successfully raised children. This seasoned couple could share strategies on prioritizing time as a couple and nurturing each other, reminding the younger couple that maintaining their relationship is essential for a strong family foundation. Mentorship can take many forms, from formal counseling to casual conversations over coffee. By seeking guidance, couples can find reassurance, gaining the support they need to overcome their challenges together. Temptation can be a significant threat to marriage, especially when intimacy issues remain unresolved. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 32 warns, "But a man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself." This verse underscores the dangers of unfaithfulness, which harms both partners and disrespects the sanctity of marriage. To guard against temptation, couples must nurture their relationship, building trust and open communication. This is practical strategies. Married couples can protect their relationship by setting boundaries, such as limiting alone time with members of the opposite sex and addressing conflicts directly rather than harboring resentment. Practicing open, honest communication and spending quality time together also strengthens the marital bond, making it more resilient against external temptations. Marriage is a blessing, a gift from God designed to provide companionship, love, and support. Recognizing marriage as a divine institution helps couples view their relationship with reverence and gratitude. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9 to 10 states, "Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up." This passage emphasizes the power of unity and support, reminding couples of their shared purpose. As we reflect on the beautiful journey of marriage, it's clear that this sacred union is more than just a legal contract. It's a divine gift from God, meant to be cherished and nurtured. Marriage is a partnership that invites us to grow together, to love one another deeply, and to support each other through the ups and downs of life. In a world where distractions and challenges abound, the teachings of the Bible offer us a roadmap for maintaining a strong and fulfilling relationship. At the heart of a successful marriage is the understanding that we are called to be one flesh, as mentioned in Genesis 2:24. This concept is profound and speaks to the unity and bond that should exist between spouses. It reminds us that when we marry, we are not just merging our lives, we are becoming part of each other's stories. Every decision we make, every action we take, should reflect our commitment to our partner and our shared life together. One of the most powerful tools we have in marriage is prayer. Praying together can be a deeply intimate experience that strengthens our connection. It's an opportunity to seek God's guidance, share our hopes and fears, and support one another spiritually. James 5:16 encourages us to pray for each other. and doing so helps us navigate the storms of life with a united front. Imagine sitting together, holding hands, and lifting each other up in prayer. That's a beautiful way to cultivate intimacy and show your spouse that you care deeply about their well-being. Of course, no marriage is without its challenges. It's normal to face struggles, whether it's communication issues, differing needs, or external pressures. What's important is how we address these challenges. Open and honest communication is key. When we talk to each other about our feelings, we create a safe space where both partners feel heard and valued. This is especially crucial when it comes to discussing difficult topics. Instead of letting resentment build, it's healthier to express our concerns with love and respect. Remember, we're on the same team, working toward the same goal. Another vital aspect of keeping our marriage strong is understanding the importance of forgiveness. No one is perfect, and we all make mistakes. When we choose to forgive, we're not just letting go of the hurt. We're making a conscious decision to prioritize our relationship over our pride. Colossians 3:13 reminds us to forgive as the Lord forgave us. This is a beautiful call to action that can help us heal and grow stronger together. Imagine the freedom that comes with letting go of grudges and embracing grace, both for ourselves and our spouses. As we navigate our married lives, it's also crucial to be mindful of the influences around us. Life can throw distractions our way, and it's our responsibility to protect our relationship. Setting clear boundaries can help us stay focused on what truly matters. This might mean limiting time spent with others who don't share our values, or making a commitment to prioritize date nights to keep the spark alive. Remember, we are not only building a life together, we are creating a legacy of love and faith. And let's not forget the joy that comes from recognizing marriage as a divine gift. When we view our relationship as something sacred, we're more likely to invest time and energy into nurturing it. It's essential to celebrate the little moments, the shared laughter, the quiet evenings together, and the adventures we embark on as a couple. These experiences enrich our lives and remind us of the love we share. In closing, marriage is a beautiful journey that calls us to love deeply, forgive often, and grow together in faith. By embracing the principles found in the Bible and prioritizing our relationship with God and each other, we can create a fulfilling partnership that stands the test of time. While the path may have its challenges, the rewards of a strong and loving marriage are immeasurable. So let us cherish this divine gift, nurturing it with love, respect, and a commitment to always be there for one another. Together, we can build a marriage that not only fulfills our hearts, but also reflects God's love to the world around us. For the glory of God and for the good of those around us. Amen.